Coming up, NATO warns of the need to adapt to climate change in a new report and details the growing threat to its members and military infrastructure.
What exactly is an environmentally friendly NATO going to look like?
A lot of it has to do with incentivizing things in their supply chain and where they purchase electricity or how they can move towards a clean energy transition in those sort of non-military specific functions.
TikTokers share what dermatologists say is misinformation about sunscreen and the UV ray blocking cream's effectiveness against skin diseases.
Wait, are you saying that some sunscreens do cause skin cancer?
Yes.
And are you ready for the Olympics? Games says it's going green. We've got a different kind of record setting just for you.
The arena is heating up.
Here we go.
Just 2 degrees is on. Now,
why is the World Wildlife Fund coming after the Paris Olympics?
We've got the juxtaposition of powerful, emotional sporting commentary with terrible images of catastrophic climate change.
the organisers of this year's Paris Olympics and Paralympic Games have promised a greener event than seen in previous years. The benchmark, well, emitting just half the greenhouse gases of the 2012 London or 2016 Rio Games. Its carbon budget, no more than 1.58 million tonnes of carbon dioxide. They say they plan to achieve this with strategies like using geothermal energy to heat and cool and existing infrastructure rather than a lot of new construction, and using low-carbon concrete and boats on the Seine rather than trucks to haul materials. And apparently they've already made a difference, reporting that the new Athletes Village was built using 47% less carbon emissions than previous events.
Et qui soit les plus décarbonés possibles, c'était en tout cas l'ambition initiale. Donc il y a eu peu d'infrastructures nouvelles, c'est ça la grande différence peut-être avec les autres éditions.
And while we may see new records at this year's Olympics, environmentalists are taking the opportunity to highlight record-breaking events.
The arena is heating up.
Here we go.
Set. It's a European record to Greece. Unbelievable. What's happening with Mozambique? They got something. They got it.
We speak to Stephen Cornelius, the WWF's deputy practice leader and innovation lead for climate and energy, about why the group is going after the Olympics.
Well, I think that, that's an issue that's often debated around the term of securitization. People say, should climate change be quote unquote securitized? And people have widely ranging views on that. And I think what that often reflects is people talking past each other a little bit and having different views of what that means, right? So in my view, and I think in a well-informed view, and the people at NATO working on these issues, I don't think they would say they should or want to be displacing the functions of political and diplomatic and humanitarian and development organizations in responding to climate change, right? So a security organization like NATO taking an interest in climate change shouldn't be, and I don't think in the way this report is described, isn't offering security tools in the place of addressing the root causes of climate change or emissions or things like that. Rather, in many cases, a lot of the security, negative security consequences of climate change, right, are best addressed or most quickest or earliest addressed by development or diplomatic or other tools, right? But at the same time, in a security context, we know that even in the best case, we'd face increasing temperatures for the coming decades. So in that context, that's actually quite a luxury of forewarning and certainty in one sense when it comes to security organizations and long-term planning. So it would be remiss to not think about how to make these organizations able to conduct their missions more effectively, to be able to conduct them more sustainably where possible, to keep up with the broader clean energy transition and economic changes that are happening in response to climate change.